Charles Hall was a young inventor and engineer, with a passion for finding new ways to produce materials that were essential to the modern world. One day, while experimenting with different methods of extracting aluminum from its ore, Charles had a breakthrough. He had discovered a method that could produce aluminum in a cost-effective and efficient way. The process was called the Hall-Héroult process, and it involved dissolving aluminum oxide in molten cryolite and passing an electric current through the solution, which caused the aluminum to be reduced and deposited as a metal. Charles was ecstatic, as he knew the significance of this discovery could change the world. Charles immediately started to build a pilot plant for the process, and soon it was ready for its first test run. The results exceeded all expectations, as the plant was able to produce aluminum in large quantities at a fraction of the cost of traditional methods. The world was stunned by Charles's invention, as it made aluminum widely available and affordable for the first time. Suddenly, industries that had never before been able to use aluminum, such as transportation, construction, and packaging, had access to this versatile metal. Airplanes, cars, and trains were now able to be built with aluminum, making them lighter and more fuel efficient. Skyscrapers, bridges, and buildings could be constructed with aluminum, making them stronger and safer. And everyday items like cans, foil, and even kitchen utensils could be made with aluminum, making them cheaper and more widely available. Charles Hall's invention had a profound impact on the world, and it wasn't long before he was hailed as a hero and a visionary. His name became synonymous with innovation and progress, and his legacy lived on through the countless products and structures that were made possible by his invention. However, Charles himself remained humble, and always remembered the day when his experiment led to the discovery that would change the world. He knew that the true value of his invention was the difference it made in people's lives, by providing them with the materials they needed to build a better future. Charles Hall's invention had a profound impact on the world, and it wasn't long before he was hailed as a hero and a visionary. His name became synonymous with innovation and progress, and his legacy lived on through the countless products and structures that were made possible by his invention. Charles Hall's invention had a major impact on the world, but it also had some unintended consequences. The increased production of aluminum led to a significant increase in the use of energy, as the Hall-Héroult process required a large amount of electricity to produce the metal. This led to an increase in carbon emissions and air pollution, which had a negative impact on the environment. Additionally, the mining of bauxite, the ore from which aluminum is extracted, had a significant impact on the environment and local communities. The mining process often involved the clear-cutting of large areas of rainforest, which led to a loss of biodiversity and displacement of local communities. Moreover, the production of aluminum also led to the release of toxic chemicals and pollutants into the air and water, which had a negative impact on human health. People living near aluminum plants were at a higher risk of respiratory and other health problems as a result of exposure to these pollutants. However, as people became aware of these issues, steps were taken to mitigate the negative impacts of aluminum production. Improvements in technology and regulations helped to reduce the energy consumption and pollution associated with the Hall-Héroult process. And new mining practices were developed that minimized the environmental impact of bauxite mining. Despite these challenges, Charles Hall's invention had made a significant impact on the world, and it continued to be the primary method of producing aluminum to this day. Charles's legacy lived on, not only through the countless products and structures made possible by his invention, but also through the efforts to make its production more sustainable and environmentally friendly.